The Montana dawn was just breaking, a soft pink glow creeping over the horizon, when the shrill voice of Loretta Hammond shattered the peace of my 30-acre ranch in Starlight Meadows, Clearwater County. "Arrest him. He cut off my water," she screeched, flailing in a lavender robe and flip-flops like a trapped coyote. Sheriff Amos Reed, his boots crunching on the gravel, barked, "Ma'am, step back from the gate." Deputy Tanner, his eyebrow arched, glanced at me, then back at her. "This is his ranch, ma'am. That water line doesn't feed your house." Loretta stomped, her face reddening. "I've always used it. He can't shut it off." It was 7:03 a.m., the sun barely kissing the rolling hills where my horses grazed, oblivious to the chaos unfolding at my steel gate. 2 squad cars flashed, their red and blue lights painting Loretta's battered SUV in a surreal glow. Neighbors, clutching coffee mugs and robes, gawked from the fence line of Starlight Meadows, a rural subdivision abutting my southern boundary. "Charges, Mr. Harlan?" Amos asked, his voice steady. Before I could answer, Loretta shrieked. "He attacked me with a wrench." Lunging through the gate's bars, she crashed, her knees slamming the metal, collapsing in a heap, wailing. "He broke my leg." Tanner muttered. "You hit the gate, ma'am. Nobody touched you." She jabbed a manicured finger at me. "He lured me here and assaulted me." I stayed calm, my hands steady. "My cameras caught it all, Sheriff." Loretta's eyes widened, but she doubled down. "My sister's a lawyer. She'll sue you for stealing our community water." That's when I knew this was far from over. I'm Wyatt Harlan, 41, a retired firefighter from Bozeman. After 2 decades dodging flames and saving lives, I bought this ranch for solitude, open skies, and the company of my horses, Dusty, Sage, and Cinder, and my dogs, Rex and Stella, loyal and drama-free. I thought isolation would shield me from suburban nonsense like HOAs. I was wrong. 3 years ago, Loretta Hammond, mid-50s, with bleached blonde hair and a penchant for heels despite the dusty trails, moved into Starlight Meadows, a sprawling subdivision of luxury ranchettes along my southern fence. She proclaimed herself president of the Starlight Meadows HOA, a sham, nothing but a Facebook group fueled by her ego. At first, she was neighborly, waving from her pickup, dropping off cookies I never ate. But her facade cracked when she demanded access to my private well to water her prize roses during a drought. "No," I said firmly, explaining my well was for my ranch, not her garden. She returned with a crumpled map from the internet, claiming shared water rights. I laughed, saying, "Talk to my lawyer," thinking that settled it. But Loretta wasn't done. I caught her trespassing, poking at my irrigation system like it was her backyard. I installed security cameras and a steel gate, then discovered her secret. A hose snaking under my fence, tapped into an old spigot I hadn't used in years, siphoning my water to her lawn, leaking gallons daily. I shut off the valve and capped it. The next morning, Loretta was at my gate, screaming about community rights. "This is my ranch, my water," I said. She dialed 911, alleging I threatened her with a wrench and committed elder abuse by cutting public water. The deputies weren't fooled. "It's his well, ma'am," Tanner said. She ranted about distressed frogs. I bit back a chuckle. Her lunge at the gate ended with her sprawled in the dirt, fake tears streaming. "My sister's suing," she spat, limping to her SUV. That night, as I fed the horses, my phone rang. "Mr. Harlan, this is Marion Hammond, attorney for Starlight Meadows HOA and Loretta Hammond," a voice said. I smirked. "Your sister, right?" A pause. "Yes. Restore the water by morning, or we'll file an injunction for shared utility rights." I laughed. "You're suing me for stopping her theft? See you in court." I hung up, but unease settled in. At dawn, a backhoe's rumble jolted me awake. Shirtless, with Rex and Stella barking, I bolted outside. A yellow backhoe gouged my pasture, digging near the capped line. Loretta, in a robe and sun hat, waved a clipboard like a general. "Stop," I yelled. The operator paused. "You Wyatt Harlan?" "Yeah, and you're trespassing." He shrugged. Lady says she owns this strip. Show me a document. Loretta strutted up. Emergency Community Ordinance. Water crisis. That's fake, I snapped, calling Amos. Sheriff Amos arrived, rubbing his temples at the trench and Loretta's scribbling. This is a Walmart receipt on a Google Earth printout, he said, holding her document. It's the property line, she shrieked. Amos turned to me. Charges. Get them off my land. Fill the trench, I said. Loretta stormed off, vowing, the people deserve water. Then I saw the trench had hit an old PVC pipe tied to an electrical conduit for a scrap sprinkler. Sparks flickered, then a small explosion sent smoke curling. Loretta screamed. The operator stumbled. Amos radioed fire crews. Sparks from a damaged line. No major fire, but repairs cost $3,000. Loretta's fake map had risked a blaze. At 2:41 a.m., my cameras pinged. Loretta, in a hoodie, climbed my fence with a flashlight and spoon, digging near the spigot. I called Amos. She's trespassing with cutlery. He groaned, arriving in 10 minutes. Caught in squad car lights, Loretta admitted rerouting her plumbing to my line. You forced me, she yelled as deputies cuffed her for trespassing, vandalism. A letter from the Starlight Meadows Neighborhood Council demanded a hearing on my ranch, seeking well documents and a 30% water share. I called Hank Rivera, my lawyer and firehouse pal. They've got nothing, he said. It's your land. Host it your terms. I mowed a field, set up chairs, name tags, floodlights, microphones, and a projector, stacking binders with deeds, permits, and a hydrologist's affidavit proving my well was private. Saturday, residents arrived. Loretta last in a pantsuit and headset mic, Marion trailing with a briefcase. Welcome to my land, I grinned. Loretta glared. This is about justice. She preached to the crowd, claiming I cut historical water lines, harmed elders and kids, demanding my well's share. Who had permission to use my water? I asked. She ignored me. I clicked the projector. Footage rolled. Loretta digging with a spoon at 2:41 a.m., ordering the backhoe, her 911 call alleging a wrench attack. Gasps rippled. I handed out binders proving ownership. Meeting's over, I said. Loretta ripped off her mic, screaming. He edited it. Marion stammered about emotional distress. I lifted a bucket with Loretta's illegal pump and valves. One more hose, and I pressed charges. Loretta lunged, smashing my laptop, sparks flying. A small explosion singed her suit. Neighbors screamed. Coffee doused the flames. Amos cuffed her. Arrested for destruction, unlawful assembly. Loretta thrashed. My sister's a lawyer. Marion slunk away. 3 days later, Child Protective Services knocked, citing an anonymous tip about minors in my barn without water or power. I showed Agent Carla every corner, just hay and horses. Someone's harassing me, I said. She nodded, flagging repeat callers. I called Cliff at the county records office, digging on Loretta Hammond. He found 6 noise complaints, fake livestock claims, a bogus septic violation, a forged lien, and a fraudulent waterboard grant using my ranch. I filed charges: trespassing, fraud, defamation, tampering, impersonation. That night, cameras caught Loretta, out on bail, prying my water meter with a crowbar. Drop it, I shouted. She swung, ranting about nature's water. I held my phone. 18 cameras. She fled, face planting in weeds, sobbing. You ruined my plans. Amos cuffed her for vandalism, violating a cease and desist. Cliff revealed Loretta filed 8 documents claiming my ranch was uninhabitable, citing a fake 1997 eminent domain clause. Marion wasn't licensed in Montana, disbarred for forgery. The HOA was a sham, no registration, just flyers and threats. Loretta aimed to seize my land for development, bullying me to quit. Weeks later, a brush fire flared near my fence at 2 a.m., reeking of kerosene. My heat sensors alerted me. I doused it before it hit the barn. Fire crews confirmed arson. A drone caught a hooded figure with a Starlight Meadows volunteer patch. Raids hit Cliff Tatum, Loretta's lackey, and Marion, uncovering Phase 2 plans, forged permits, maps of my ranch, and a hit list with my name bolded. Loretta faced fraud, conspiracy, arson charges. Marion, prison for forgery. The HOA dissolved, the Facebook group vanished. Neighbors, led by Helen Carter, brought muffins and note. Courage. Peace returned, horses calm, dogs relaxed. Then an unsigned letter arrived. This land isn't yours. Sleep with one eye open. The council. I tightened my grip, added drones, cameras, and patrols. Loretta was jailed, but a shadow lingered. My ranch stood free, her lies buried, but I'd watch the horizon.